Good morning. Can you hear me? Am I audible? The laptop's working for now, so I'm uh hoping that it keeps working during this whole entire thing. Do I have faith that it'll keep working? No, I do not. I do not at all. Good morning though. Morning, Bort. How are you doing today? Oh yeah. Good morning. Good morning. It's a trainer talk Thursday today. God, I wish I could make this. Sorry, I'm using Streamlabs today since the laptop was working, so I'm trying to see if I can figure out some other ways to make certain screens bigger than they were. But oh, just sitting in a meeting, watching you not paying attention to the meeting. Hey, thanks for watching, board. I appreciate it. Is it an important meeting at least, or is it not important? If it's not important, then it's fine. I mean, don't tell your boss that I said that, but every meeting's an important meeting. Bort says not that important. Good, good, good. Well, drinking anything fun this morning, boy? Coffee, milk, water? Morning, Jack. How are you doing? Guess what? I got Streamlabs working. Evidently, the internet's good enough on my porch that the Wi-Fi works. Still figuring out the garage. I had it for about 5 minutes yesterday before I started drinking, but uh, ooh, I'm drinking coffee too. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Yeah, laptop's working outside for now. We'll see what happens. I have the camera. No long no long Ethernet cord. Just straight up pulling that Wi-Fi. I don't know how it's working right now, but it's doing it. How's your morning going, Mason? I guess I can scoot this a little closer. Come to me, computer. Oh yeah. Well, the problem with the long Ethernet cord is the fact that random animals like to be in my yard. Uh, I know someone's going to end up tripping over it at some point, and I just don't want to deal with the hassle of bringing it out, taking it back inside every single day. But it's what it is. I have a Wi-Fi. Uh, uh, Bill S. Preston supplied me with a Wi-Fi extender at some point. Tried to figure that out yesterday, hoping to get it to work, but it also my laptop doesn't have an Ethernet cord jack, I guess, connector connection. Um, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but it's what it is. I like that my little laptop on it. It specifically says HP Pavilion Stream Easy. Whoa! I mean, it does an all right job doing the stream, but we'll see. We'll see. Is the audio good on your guys' part? I have it set. Usually, this is what uh we have it set to. Follower goal. It says I only have 18 followers. That's not true. That's weird. I got to go back in there and fix that at some point, but whatever. But I definitely have like 23 or 24. I just checked. So I'm not quite sure why it says 18. Uh, it's good. Well, you've been streamkin, not on your laptop. I have been. But shouldn't it update? Between the two, since I don't know if that's what you were talking about, but whoopsies. Um, how are the chickens doing this morning, Jack? And how are your clients doing, Mason? Yeah, that communication between the two doesn't seem to be the most impressive. Shout out to Light Bright Coffee. I'm sipping on some of your delicious Joe this morning. How did coffee get that name, Joe? When did that? How did that originate? I think I figured out my Google search after this. But anyone want to write my online Blackboard quiz for class this morning, uh, or at least submit it for me? It's just over the urinary system. It's super fun. Also, because who knows? Shout out to I don't know, Hy-Vee. Thanks for fuel saver. You make driving my pickup cheaper. Also, Athletic Greens. You don't sponsor me either, but you should. You should. Thank you, Mason. I appreciate that. But it was a delicious cup of Joe. And this is a delicious shaker of Athletic Greens. Ooh, green shake with some creatine in there, some HMB, getting me vitamins in. I'll say this: I feel surprisingly good this morning. I woke up and I was very, very worried I was going to be sore as shit after my squat workout yesterday. Granted, it wasn't super heavy or anything, but uh, ooh, let's see here. Martinson's coffee. Uh oh, are they going to come for me if they've got it trademarked? Oh shoot! Founded in New York in 1898 by Joe Martinson, who reportedly had a bigger than life personality. Coffee may have locally been called Joe's Coffee or a Cup of Joe. As the company grew, Cup of Joe could have expanded from a local nickname to a more widely used term by the 1930s. Ooh, wartime, man. Right after the Depression, many people today are not familiar with Martinson Coffee, but the company is a classic. Andy Warhol liked to paint their cans, and more recently, Martinson's Coffee made an appearance on Mad Men in season 2, episode 7. End quotes. I need to do all my voiceover work really early in the morning because my freaking throat nose is all stuffy. It makes my voice lower. Anyone out there need a low low toned baritone slash bass to do voiceover work for their commercials or anything? I'll do it. I'll do it. We're gonna go with Martinsons. That sounds good. It makes sense. The guy's name's Joe. It all works out. Jack, were you on in time to see me use the starting soon page? I even had the stream muted. I felt very, very professional for once. But yeah, I thought I was going to wake up super, super sore from the squats. Granted, it wasn't that many reps, but here, watch. Even though we're still streaming, whoa, starting soon. Whoa. Okay, back to the main one. Sorry, guys. I just had to show that I could do it. Um, yeah, thought my legs were going to be really sore. They did. They recovered. So hit three. It ended up being 370.5 pounds. Beltless. Um, still a lot to. Uh, still a lot of work to do on the technique. I don't know how much heavier I could have gone yesterday. Maybe 5 kilos more. I doubt I could have hit, a 400 pound squat might have been in the books, but my upper back was kind of given out. And, if you go back and watch the video, it's a little bit segmented, the lift itself. So, not the technical proficiency that I wanted, but I'm very, very happy to have hit that. That's the heaviest back squat I've done since um, Back Squats and Banquets, which is put on by the Beer Hall podcast every fall in October. It's always a great time. We drink banquets, we back squat. Um, but then during that, I had, oh shoot, what did I have? I had compression briefs on. I had the Spudding squat, gateway squat suit on, the bow tie, wrist wraps, belt, and I squatted 465 during that. So a lot more assistant work. This 370 today, um, or yesterday, sorry, felt better than any of the reps from that. It was done without a belt, without any of the supportive equipment. So I definitely think we're on the right path. So I'm going to kind of keep pushing this um, unequipped raw squat strength for a while. I think it's having good transfer over to my other lifts. There's no real reason to put on all that equipment right now to squat. I'm not competing in powerlifting, and the only reason I was wearing it is because I still wanted to squat heavy weights or relatively heavy weights compared to what I used to. So now that I'm just building myself back up, maybe we'll throw that stuff back on in a couple phases. But currently, probably the next block, I'll stick with just this and just keep moving that dial up. I'd like to get to by the end of the year, if I'm doing over 400 pounds no belt, um, that would be great. I'd love to hit between 400 and 440, so between 182 kilos and 200 kilos. So I'm at 167 right now. Definitely think when I do this next phase of the program, just it's going to keep building on each other. I got to, stay eating. Got to eat my calories. That's been a little bit of a struggle as of recently for me, but we're doing a little bit better, so that's good. Um, but we got log press happening uh, maybe later today. I'm trying to decide if I want to do it today or if I want to do it on Friday. Um, but log press, same thing, working up to a heavy single. Probably going to probably start with easy 5 kilo jumps, starting at the empty log, working the way up, see where I end up. And then when it starts to get a little bit heavier, do smaller jumps. And then Sunday, we've got the Sunday deadlift stream with Bill S. Preston. Hopefully, he is feeling a little better. He's been a little under the weather with some food poisoning, I believe, but um, hopefully he's in here and he can hit some heavy deadlifts this weekend. And we're aiming for a good pull, conventional deadlift without straps, so and no hook grip, no belt. So it could be an interesting ride. And then after that, we're also gonna hit a heavy Atlas stone. So um, on the Stone of Steel, I would be it might be a little bit longer stream just because it takes forever to change those weights out. And so between him and I, we're going to have probably some different weights we're lifting, but um, nothing like extra rest time, right? Uh, but I'd like to do one over 300. I'm not going to I'll probably one motion for as long as I can, and then I'll switch to lapping it and doing a lap and load instead. But then we got bench press day. We'll see what I hit on bench press. Bench press is never fun. I don't enjoy it. If I hit over 200 pounds, I'll be a happy person. But um, my bench press sucks. So that's that. That is the truth of that matter. Let's see here. Sorry. Possibly a shortening of Cuppas Jamoke from Java Mocha. This origin was given in a military officer's manual in 1931, around when the term first appeared. Ooh, there's going to be a lot of arguments. Jamocha. Interesting. I know I like your thoughts of just don't do it, but I've also, since I have been doing it even very sporadically, it's probably uh, up until I was streaming, it was the day I skipped the most. But I have been putting on a little bit more upper body musculature, so I think that it is helping. Um, I was very, very conservative with the max that I used for the program, so the weights haven't been heavy. It's just not a movement my body likes to do. So, um, pretty much the goal is just hit whatever the weight that the program says I'm supposed to hit, and then from there, don't go up. Just take a and uh, nice slow progression. So don't try to, unlike the deadlift and the presses and stuff like that, where during this max week, squats, if they had been feeling better, um, I would have probably uh, if the squats had gone better, I would probably have gone heavier and seen where my max was. It ended up being a fairly accurate max. But on log and the deadlift, we're going to do some reaching and lift whatever we can lift. But on the bench press, I'll probably be very similar to the squat, in which to hit what's on the program, probably not go much heavier and take that time to just do a steady build on it. Just because I don't train it as often or as hard as I probably should. Let's see here. Mason's going for a do low incline dumbbell bench. I will say I do enjoy. I put my bench. Um, I did my first phase. There was a low incline bench press of this program. So the first 4 weeks were very low, like just one thing up, so barely anything. And I was using the axle on it. I've also been pressing with my axle, which is way better than a barbell, in my opinion, for shoulder health. So I was doing that, and that seemed to, it did take a lot of the pressure off my shoulders, which is nice. But I really have been focusing on getting my shoulders more set and my chest a little bit more puffed up, getting a little bit better arch, and that's been helping. Uh, but I've been really uh, more reps on the dumbbell presses, so overhead press, incline press, flat bench. I've been doing tons of those, so I'm going to try to be better at it and do weekly um, video dumps on the my Instagram page of my lifts. I did that for um, a lot of last week's lifts and then squats, the squats from Saturday. Posted those. So for those of you who have gone and liked that post, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's the reason why. Also, Mason, that's why I prefer log over barbell for strict press, is because that position, I don't know what it is, that little higher handle position takes all that stress off my shoulders. It doesn't it doesn't bother. I think I've got something torn inside there that it's not a huge fan of, but I need to do more. Need to build this upper body up. It's it's not good when you at my strongest ever. I was a 600 squatter, 600 deadlifter, and a 200-pound bench presser. So not a great ratio. There was Michael Zwiefel, who's a very good performance coach, strength and conditioning coach. A lot of stuff in speed and introduction to play. If you watch or listen to Austin Jokum on his podcast, he's very innovative too. But um, he got a lot of his kind of introduction to play, I believe, is based off of a lot of work that Michael Zwiefel was doing at Building Better Athletes, which was, I believe, located in Dubuque. Um, uh, oh God, I don't know where my train of thought was just going with this. Oh, one time, so I traveled up there. I made him a small Atlas stone at one point, and I went up there and picked up. I've got a flywheel that I don't use very often. I need to, because I feel like that would give me a really good pump for biceps and triceps and stuff. But uh, I remember training there, and on a football bar, strict press 225, and legitimately earlier that week, I missed a 185-pound bench press. So that made no sense at all. Most people do not overhead press more than they bench press, but my body did, which is stupid. Let's see. Be like me, press 3 times a week. Yep, and focus on muscles. My bench ratios are barely better, mostly through worse. Oh gosh, excuse me. Worse lower body strength. Yeah, I've always had my lower body strength has always been kind of my saving grace. It was always I don't want to say naturally strong, but comparatively. Um, with really poor training, technique, philosophy, nutrition, everything, blah blah blah, is um, you know, oh shit, I lost my train of thought again. Shoot. Oh yeah, when I was younger, squat, deadlift, in high school and stuff without training, I was quickly progressed into the 300s, which I mean isn't crazy. I think I was like just over 200 pounds of it, so I should have legitimately been stronger. Um, I was skinny fat in high school. Lower body strength was there, but I had nothing, no upper body. I had decent sized arms for a high schooler, I would say. We did a lot of curls, a lot of reverse curls. We trained 3 days a week or 4 days a week. Would go in, and my advisor at Dallas Center Grimes was Scott Heitland, who was the head football coach, and he did the strength and conditioning program. And it was actually fairly decent because they were based off of Central's collegiate philosophy and programming. So it legitimately had pretty good progression. It's just, you know, at that point, you got one guy in a very small weight room with a lot of athletes. There's only so much you can do coaching wise and safety wise. So um, I was decently strong, but not as strong as I probably could have been if I had taken it more seriously. But I was a band nerd, so I would go and lift it. Get there at like 5:45, lift weights until about 7 or 6:57, and then I'd run over, walk down the hallway, and uh, go into the band room and do jazz band practice in the morning. So that was always fun. Uh, I miss those days, but I have to thank Scott Heitland for getting me into this. Um, I mean, he kind of lit that fire in me, allowing someone who wasn't an athlete to come in and lift when really no one else did that. But uh, my arms have gotten technically smaller since high school, which is stupid. They used to be 16 and a half inches. Now they're usually 16 to maybe 16 and a half inches. The biggest they ever were 17 when I was at Lindenwood, but that was also probably because I was 286 pounds, which was a fluffy Matthew Barker. Hammer curling the hundos. But we did a lot of curls and reverse curls at old DCG after workouts. Always building them arms. Let's see, build a strong overhead press and your bench will go up. I will say this: my bench is for someone. I would say on average, I bench press maybe prior to this year, bench press maybe 3 times a year at most. And I overhead pressed way more often. My bench press never went down. So, um, I mean, already training it, the consistency and stuff is pretty good. I will kind of support the argument of if you have a strong overhead press, your bench press should go up. But I think the caveat for that is you still need to bench press. If you're not bench pressing or at least doing the technical work, you won't have any of that transfer going on. But um, in all honesty, the biggest gain I ever had on a bench press was when I broke my nose. I wasn't allowed to lift any external, like barbell weights or anything like that. But I did push ups and Cobra push ups like every single day. And I would do hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them because that's all I could do. I think I got to the point where um, I would do 100 regular push-ups every day. I did this for like 3 months until I was cleared to lift again. But I'd do those. and then I would do 100 push-ups, and then I'd do 1,000 Cobra push-ups, which is stupid. That's a lot of reps, but they're not very high impact on the body. And I remember the first time I went back to lift, Charles Friday was spotting me, and at that point, my best bench press was like 205. And I came in and I smoked a 245 pound bench press. So a 40-pound PR without benching at all and just doing push-ups and Cobra push-ups. So had very, very weak triceps, I think. So built that back up. That's something that um, kind of high volume push-ups, I think, are very underrated. The problem is when you do a ton of reps on them, depending on what you're doing, that can have a lot of strain on your elbow joint and shoulder joint. I don't know if Mason, if you do a lot of push-ups or not in your programming, but I mean, it's helpful. I like doing higher rep stuff with like sets of 25 by 20. If I wear the slingshot, so I have that reactive, the blue thinner material slingshot, that helps a lot. So when I'm going to redo uh, the program for the squats and deadlifts and the strength work, I think I'm going to follow a very, very similar uh, progression that I used during this last 12-week block. Uh, no lift body, lift weights. Yeah. Uh, Dips. If my problem with dips is that is the one that shreds my shoulder. Um, I did a lot of them when I worked at Ignite, and it did help my pressing, I think. But they had a assisted dip machine, so I could adjust the weight, and it helped my shoulder so much. But I do think there is a lot of effective body weight exercises. I think if you're not doing pull ups, even if they're assisted, it's not the same as a lat pull down. I don't care what anyone says. I've done a lot of lat pull downs and I've done a lot of pull ups, and pull ups are always going to be harder regardless of anything else. Um, so, got to get my pull up volume back up. Kind of my goal is to do a unbroken set of 20 um, on my fat bar, which is, I think it's an inch. I don't think it's an inch and a half. It might be a 2 inch bar on my rack. Um, my personal record is 11, so I've got a ways to go. Um, but I think it's a kind of full on bang for your buck exercise. If you are able to do multiple sets, if you can do like 3 to 5 pull ups, you should be doing pull ups almost as often as you can, and just doing like, a couple singles or doubles just to build some reps and volume on it. But then throw some bands in. I've been experimenting with different band setups to try to make it more like a normal pull up versus like an assisted pull up. I want to have that kind of same uh, line of pull. Uh, Pull ups. Ooh, they've been hurting your elbows. Interesting. Do you have you tried? Do you do neutral grip or standard? I mean, these are things you probably already have tried. You're as educated as I am for the most part, so and very competent. You've worked at one of the leading strength facilities in the world, so ooh, weird elbow pain since October. Nice. Yeah, I did. I've been doing a lot of hangs, like chin up position hangs, instead, trying to relieve some pressure off my biceps. Um, I need to start doing some flossing. Not flossing this way. Uh, uh, Fascial flossing, I guess. Is that what it would technically be called? Pretty much wrapping a rubber band around your body and moving it until things hurt. But I managed to ditch it during my strongman prep, but that required me to cut my pulling volume in half. Yes, voodoo flossing. Thank you. Um, I I can do it on like my ankles, knees, elbows, wrists, all that stuff. It's a little harder to do it on the shoulder. That's where I really, really need it. Um, because I've got a super tight bicep tendon on the right side. So it's a little more complicated, but wearing that bow tie has been helping. Uh, I also want uh, a gorilla back, and I have indeed been body tempered. When I had that hamstring tendinopathy last year, I had like 3 or 4 appointments uh, trying so I could still squat and still deadlift. Um, Ended up that tendinopathy got worse, and it was pretty much the body tempering wasn't helping at that point because it just was making it more inflamed. But I will say, after I did get body tempered, I felt much better afterwards. So I do think it is a very effective uh, tool of utilization. I remember at one point, I believe when you were still at Iowa State, after one of the intern meetings, you tempered my calves. That was fun. I like that. I need to have my calves tempered more often. Everyone else hates it, but I love that. I loved having people roll out using like stick massage on my calves. It was my favorite thing. I'm probably a little baby nowadays, but uh, yeah, I I need to do more research into like the self tempering because there have been times where I'll get like my log out and maybe add some plates to it, and I'll have if someone's with me, just have them roll that up and down glutes and hamstrings, get some release there. I do have a loading pin that when I first started training, I used for strongman replication of the Atlas stone. So sometimes I'll put extra weight on that and kind of use it like a pain pill, like a Kabuki strength pain pill type of thing. So I do some localized tempering. Um, I need to do it more often. Um, I do think it works. I think it's very, very helpful. There's quite a few places here in Des Moines that offer it. So my chiropractor, Miranda Good, she does body tempering at the uh, Des Moines Barbell Club here on the east side. So she's a couple times when I've gone in, done some release work on my lats, and uh, that's where I have a lot of things. I think I have extremely tight lats, which inhibit a lot of range of motion. But I'm gonna work on that a little bit more, which is good. Um, but so I did say I was going to talk a little bit about what the program will be going forward. So as I said, starting next week, Monday, I'm going to have my bench press day, which will be the final day of this program. And then the plan is on Tuesday to hop right in and start back up and start into the next phase, which will be a squat day. So we're going to be back to a 4 week block where we're going to be doing pretty much 5 by 5, some strength volume work, uh, slowly working our way up. It'll be 4 weeks straight of a safety squat bar, which is going to kick my butt. I think, luckily, this last 12 weeks has kind of got me back into the movement pattern. So hopefully that goes well. They've been feeling good. When I was doing them, I smoked a set of 137 for 3 by 3 last week. So that was really, really good. I'm happy. So in the 300s for that. Again, not at my best. The strongest, I think I did what I back squatted. I used to do that for reps. So we're working back up to that. We're going to be back into, I could just bring it on up. Give me a second, guys. I gotta check my Google Sheets. Let's see here. There it is. Mason, you coming back up to Iowa anytime soon? Anytime soon? Sorry, just burped into myself. Back squat, 1 RM. Oh, not on the schedule. Ah, darn it. Do you do you your family lives in the quad cities? I don't know why that is. I know that you've trained at the up there, and you did it. I believe that's where you're from, if my mind's not failing me. Sometimes it does, though. Let's be honest. Got a shitty brain, guys. Oh no, where'd they move to? I guess you don't have to say that. Yeah, I'm putting my maxes in so I know what weights I got to do from now on, guys. Grandparents still in what? They still live in the old Iowa. Okay, so we got safety squat. First phase is that. Again, I'm gonna probably switch some of the stuff around with different accessory exercises. But yeah, we're in 5x5. Day two is going to be vertical push pull day. So it's going to be standing strict press on the axle. Um, Day three, snatch grip deficit deadlifts, which suck a lot. They're very, very hard. They do not feel great. Um, Tons of back extensions. We got to get that back strong. And then day four is going to be horizontal push pull, which is going to be my bench press day. So that's going to be slight, very low incline, like 1 degree of incline flexion. Uh, Bench press. After that, we move on to phase two, which is a simple um, on the big strength lift. So my squats, my bench press, deadlift, and flat bench is, oh yeah, high incline, which is pretty much just below seated military. But that is going to follow a descending set rep scheme. So we're doing, this is 4 weeks. So week one is 4 sets of four. Week two is 3 sets of three. Week three is 2 sets of two. And then the final week of that block is 1 set of one. So we're just working our way up to a heavy-ish single. So it's going to be a higher percentage. It's about 95%, 97% of the 1 rep max. So getting that in there. And then the final phase of it will be phase three, which is going to be what I've just kind of done, which is a wave work where week 1 and 3 is 3x3, and then week 2 and 4 are going to be heavier singles. Um, and that's going to be the same for all the strength lifts. So um, that's what's going on there. That's the general idea. Uh, uh, exactly. So it's like whatever that clip, that next step up, that's where I set it, and then the next step down is where I set it for the heights on those. But that's a good thing. But I'm alternating lowest and the highest incline dumbbell press right now, dude. One of my favorite. If you ever want to get a good chest pump, doing the ladder, the 90 or the adjustable bench ladder, where you start flat, go up to vertical, and then right back down, you get blown up. That is a certain type of shit. But oh, day five, that is something. So I listed the days right there. So it's a 5 day a week program. So day five, we're going to be. I'm creating a trap bar deadlift regime that is going to kind of be based off of the old Cohen Felipe uh, deadlift stratagem that Ed Cohen kind of put together for Mark Felipe back in the day. There's a lot of kind of um, arguments of where that came from, who it actually is. It was built specifically for him. I think it's a very effective deadlift program, but you got to take it easy. It's a lot of volume, a lot of stress. So I'm probably going to switch some things up on that to be more suited to myself because obviously it was written for someone else. That's a big thing if you are not getting custom coaching and custom programming done, and you're doing kind of programs from magazines and things like that. Start off doing that, but at the same time, be aware of like where your weaknesses are. And sometimes you just got to tweak programs to address those because a lot of times programs aren't taking the fact that you're a whole different type of person than who it was originally written for, um, which is really, really fun, but also can be kind of stressful if you're trying to follow someone else's thing to the T and you're not as developed or not as strong as they are in those areas, it's going to be way harder for you to do that program and could be detrimental in the long run. Um, So kind of take those programs that are in magazines for with a grain of salt. Sometimes they're just thrown together um, and not really overly complicated or overly. They're kind of a catch-all, and or you get pro bodybuilders arm day, and I guarantee you that's not what they do all the time for their arm days. It's just what it is. They're trying to make some money, uh, and you know, arm farm's an easy way to do it, but. Yeah, so we'll be getting some trap bar deadlifts in with Bill S. Preston. I think he's going to be happy when we start those out. But build it up, and he'll have some strong ass legs when it comes to Ragbri. Definitely not going to fail him on any hills. Hopefully, that's my goal for him. I just want him to freight train through it. I don't know if he's tuning in, but if you are, I hope you're ready. I'm texting him right now, actually. Anyone got fun questions for me today? Or we can just shoot the shit. Mason, what are your thoughts on the world's strongest man, other than what we've already talked about? The to do. Bum, bum, bum. All right, I texted him, guys. Hopefully, maybe he'll hop on, say hello. But ooh, my screen. I got to adjust some brightness stuff. There we go. That's better. Um, yeah, for okay, sorry. Um, I don't really know what to talk about right now, guys. I didn't have anything planned. I should start having a subject matter to talk about, but I don't like to do that. I don't like to think too much. Um, at some point, I'll figure out how I can do this and maybe have another person jump in, and maybe I can have people shoot the shit with me at 9 a.m. Other coaches and stuff. If people would be interested in seeing that, let me know. But okay, I think I can click this to see users in chat. Whoa, a lot of users have at least stopped in. Thanks, all the people who have stopped in. If you are, just to let you know, we've got a goal right now. I know it isn't accurate on the screen or screen, but we're working on getting to 50 followers. We're at about 23, 24. If you are not following, I'd greatly appreciate the follow. I want to get that affiliate level. Um, I'm super excited. I've enjoyed doing these streams. I hope people are enjoying watching them or are enjoying watching them. You got to hear me and my speech impediment come out when I'm tired, and I just kind of mix words together and say a lot, a lot of the time, or so. And so are my fill words, evidently. So we're going for that 50 50 follower goal right now. We're getting closer. The last few streams have been good. If you're hopping in, I don't need you to have the notifications on or anything like that. I just appreciate the follow, honestly. Anything is better than nothing, and just going to help this channel grow, which is the goal. Um, my training's not that impressive. I'm not stupidly strong, but I do think it gives a realistic view into training, or someone who's been training for a long time. They're slightly above average, and it's been pretty. It's been fun so far. Pod Sunday or Monday? What do you mean Pod Sunday or Monday? What pod? Do I have another pod? Your pod? Sure. I would love to do your podcast. I'm always open to that. I don't know how to do your podcast, but I'm assuming that's on you, man. But yeah, I would do your podcast. I think it'd probably be fun. We'll see what happens. You just shoot the shit, right? He's here, Bill S. Preston, crossover. Yeah, it depends on if you want to do the morning, do the night. What time? What time were you thinking? Really, it's either pre or post Bill S. Preston Bill S. Uh, deadlift time. Got to figure that out. Hopefully, he's feeling a little better by Sunday. We'll see. I hope he's feeling better by tonight. But don't worry, Bill. I won't kill you if you do come and train. Uh, I'll keep you in one piece. I promise. We got to prep you for that heavy pull. Um, but I would very, very, very much enjoy that. See what we can do. Then I can figure out how to do some Discord shit here and two camera setup and all that fun thing. I need to create more scenes using this Streamlab. I need to start using Google, all that stuff. Oh no, tequila. You should still come and hang out no matter what. All right. Uh, Again, I can make you do something that's completely different, that is more tailored to your energy levels as well. But don't feel pressured. I want you to feel better. So um, get some saltines and crackers in you, some peanut butter. That usually helps. Uh, I'm sorry you had to go through that, bud, but shit happens. I get it. Food poisoning is no bueno. I hope you didn't get it from our cookout on Sunday. I mean, but it's what it is. I survived Sunday, so I don't think it was that. I think I cooked everything thoroughly. So, um, unless you went and ate something crazy, have you been eating raw meat again? Come on, Bill. You know better than that. Yeah, watching too much Liver King. Ah, definitely wasn't. I was gonna say when you told me about it, that when did it kick in? Was it like Tuesday or was it Wednesday that it happened? 'Cause I was gonna say if it Monday, it could have been the cookout, but if it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, by that point your digestion should have kind of pushed it through and past that point. Ooh, yeah, probably yeah, that's weird. Food poisoning sucks. I used to get it all the time from food in the dining hall at Central. And that's how I got off the meal plan my senior years. I just kept getting sick off their food, which sucked. Went to eating a lot of chicken thighs. Chicken thighs and red beans and rice was my diet for like a whole semester. Which I mean, hey, not horrible. Whew. You drinking any coffee this morning, or getting ready to go? Also, shout out to this can of Lacroix Pure. 0 calories, zero sweeteners, zero sodium. Sodium equals innocent. This is Bill's. It is our official podcast guest. Sponsor me, Lacroix. No, it's pure, not regular sparkling water. It's pure. Yes, electrolytes. You got to get some potassium in you. Um, Sodium, magnesium, all the best stuff. Also, when I read I'm reading your previous comment, Bill, where it says, I'm drinking and Gatorade, which only makes me feel like you're drinking alcohol and Gatorade simultaneously. But I don't think that's what it is. Strength Coach Mason's having cold brew with some brown sugar, sugar free syrup. Uh, Interesting. Let's see, what else we got? Mason thinks plain LaCroix is disgusting. First off, it is not plain LaCroix. It's pure. It's pure and, oh, wrong direction. And innocent. Pure and innocent. All right? You be nice to it. Uh, let's see here. Bort, I feel ya. My stomach is still getting over food poisoning from Saturday. Uh, Riot Punch, dude, that sucks. Yeah, it's pretty miserable. Don't you dare, Mason. How dare you? Pure is great. Pure is great. Brewer Jack and Bill S. Preston are going to make a beer out of Pure. It's going to be the purest and most refreshing beer ever made. No, don't unfollow him. Don't unfollow each other. Come on, guys. Be nice. Be buddies. Uh, but are you excited for your deadlift day, Bill? I was telling them the plan's doing that heavy single. We'll see where we'll get, but then also, if you're up for it, we're going to max out on the Atlas Stone afterwards. So we'll see where your Atlas Stone is at. I bet you'll lift a pretty good one. You've got the arm length to be a pretty good stone loader, which is I'm envious about. But you got the swimmer lats too, which help. We'll get you built up. I don't know if Jack is still in chat either, but uh, I still haven't figured. I did something. Okay, there we go. Yes, next Sunday, trap bar deadlift start. Uh, we'll figure it out. I'll probably get that situated. I'll send you what the 10 weeks. So it's going to be a 10-week build. So the plan will be to start that up the next week after, and we'll build up, and then at the end, because my normal program is 12 weeks, so we'll do trap bar for 10 weeks, and then probably have a little bit of a rest. I think that should get us to right around when Ragbri about to start. So it's going to be a good time for us to, or specifically for you. I don't care. Uh, Dude, Mason, go on. I think Titan, if you're okay with buying Titan stuff, they have I think, a scratch and dent loadable stone for sale right now for like 400 something, which is, I mean, way cheaper than getting it from Bartos because I looked into it, and at that point, like I got a pretty good deal on my stone from or through Titan, but uh, when I looked up the Bartos one, which obviously it's better, uh, they don't do the reward points anymore. Did you know they stopped doing that? Which is unfortunate, but um, 425. Uh, but I don't remember why they stopped doing it exactly. It's not a huge deal or anything because you got their discounts are so huge, and if you are really looking into it, like buy their scratch and dent stuff, they still function. They just look a little worse for wear. Now, if you're outfitting your own facility, I can see, wanting brand new, really good looking stuff. But if you've got a garage gym, screw it. Get the scratch and dent stuff. That's what I've done for the majority of my equipment. It is held up perfectly fine. I'm not a 1,000 pound squatter or deadlifter. That would be hilarious, but um, it's held up. And I know tons of other people who are way stronger than me who still train on Titan stuff. So, um, you can't really argue with free shipping, especially when it comes to lifting equipment, because that's what gets you a lot of the times. So, That's one of the main reasons I didn't go with the original Stone of Steel. Is it was about $800, and then it was going to be another $350, $400 for shipping. And then I bought that stone for the stone I got for $600, or no, it was 580, free shipping, and it was good. Yeah, yeah. Right now, I'm also holding my breath until I have more money. Which, speaking of, go and follow me. Get me to affiliate so I can make some money, guys. Let's go. Get me paid for my time because right now I'm not getting paid for it, but I'm having a good time anyways. That yeah, my issue right now is I just opened that Titan website and I'm now looking at all the scratch and dent stuff going, ooh, that would be fun. They do have a power rack for sale on there, buddy, for 356. T2 series power rack. Do you got a limited ceiling height in your garage? Yeah, that's the I have the short power rack, which is nice, and you can use it for a lot of things. But it would also be fun to have a taller one, so you could do like standing stuff uh, overhead. Yeah, I shouldn't be looking on this page. There's too many cool things that I want to buy. Ooh, the the weight releasers, the eccentric hook extensions. I want to buy a pair of those. Those I think would be hilarious to train with, in a good way. But they just re-released their cable, their compact cable machine, and I really wish I had like $1,500 right now because I would. Oh, sorry, $1,700. I would buy that uh, in in a jiffy. So if anyone wants to, that's what I should do. Just on my Twitch page, have the be have my little Amazon wish list so people can buy me shit. Everyone else does it. I know it's I am not below taking handouts, guys. I am fine with that. I'm going to work my ass off, but if people want to give me shit, give me shit. That's my current life motto. But mainly right now, if that's gonna happen, oh, it's another sneeze. Woo. I should get people to, oh gosh, what is it? Probably should invest in a new computer or something like that. Put in some streaming things so that this can be slightly more professional. But I need to talk to people who are smarter than me, or do a lot of YouTubing and try to figure it out. But uh, yes, free shit is the best. Someone just used my buy me a coffee link. How often you have people doing that? Is it pretty easy to get that set up? I know it's not actually coffee, but it's kind of like a bypass until uh, um, since so you can make some money on the side, right? Yeah, I should do that as well. Again, if I have any viewers in here, I should need to mention this like every 10 minutes, but please give us a follow on here. Um, these should be getting uploaded to YouTube as well. If you look up EmBark Performance Training, the reviews are or these streams are all put on there. I hear. Listen, I'll say this: if we can get to 50 followers and I become affiliate, we will make a tequila train emote, and I will have tequila that uh, if I'm on a stream and uh, the train goes, I will take a shot of tequila. Um, Now, granted, I want to specify this that it's only going to be one shot of tequila per stream because it'll be lifting, and I can't get drunk off my ass while I'm lifting. Well, I can. It's just very, very much not safe when you train by yourself 90% of the time. Let's go train the Des Moines Choo Choo. Let's go. But I will do. I'm 100% on board. Where if I am in a stream and it happens, I will take a tequila shot. It's a little bit louder now, but I might actually come. If you're going into, are you going into work today, Bill? I might swing by and give you guys a little hello, Dolly. See how you guys are doing. I got to go get gas and buy some milk today, so I got to actually leave my house. But after this stream, when I'm done here, I'm going to go in and gotta write part 1 quiz on the urinary system for my exercise physiology class I teach. But also, guys, as a teacher, I feel really bad, but also I have a whole new understanding due to the fact that I have a very, very minor speech impediment that, for the most part, people don't ever notice because I worked on it a lot when I was younger. A lot of physiological terms have R's and stuff in it, and it messes me up. I hate it. I can't pronounce words worth shit. So, uh, the fact that I just straight up tell my students that I'm just like, I'm going to try, guys, but sometimes I'm going to trip over these words. It's what it is. I've had heat stroke. My brain doesn't like the verbalization as much as it used to, and it's much harder to do. But yeah, there's definitely some words that you just look at and you're like, why'd they choose to call it this? What the fuck? Mason knows what I'm talking about. Some dumbass, big ass words. Call it what it is. But do. Almost done with my coffee, guys. When I'm finished with this, we're probably going to close it down, and I'm going to get back to work and then go about the day. If you got anything else to comment on, comment away, guys. Sorry, I was talking about how I was saying with my speech impediment when I'm teaching, there's a lot of physiology based words that my speech impediment does not do well pronouncing. And there's some ridiculously written words in those damn textbooks that I just look at and I'm like, really happy when it's, spelled phonetically right next to it. But then at the same time, they'll have other words that are even more complicated and they don't put out the phonetic spelling of it. And I go, really? Pisses me off. But I was saying, like, you probably understand that a little bit, where there's just the worst part is in our field is so many of there are so many terms that people just pronounce different ways, and all those ways are still acceptable, which is a pain in the ass. And then there's me who just messes up pronunciation and stuff all the time. So I'm trying to hide in there. That's probably why I won't ever get hired full time as a kinesiology professor. Hire me for strength and conditioning, maybe not a kinesiology, but stupid science man couldn't make me more smarter. Yeah, I am a stupid science man. But on the topic, I have been enjoying teaching. I wish that colleges would actually hire people with master's degrees instead of doctorates, because I think I would do a very, very good job teaching a lot of the practical application classes. Um, I really, really enjoy that. So hopefully in the future that might happen. But I need to get more of these adjunct jobs, and they are few and far between here in Iowa. So, and my ass does not want to move after I've bought a house and just bought a car and just got laid off. So all that stuff is not really boding well for jobs other places. Stupid signs. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Bill, if you're still in the chat, are you guys brewing today, or is it an easy? I don't want to say easier day, a general day at the old Flicks? We'll see if he's still in chat or not. But also for all the people in chat, watch again Tuesdays and Thursdays our trainer talks. Um, we're gonna right now. There's 4 days a week of lifting. We're gonna move it to 5 next week, so you're gonna have at least 7 streams on here in a week, which is awesome. No, you're good, man. Take your time. I just wanted to make sure. I can't see who's live in chat. I can click to see who's been in chat, but it is just a running list. It doesn't tell me who's currently in it for some reason. So you're all good, man. No worries. But that's exciting. Transferring a beer up into a bright tank today. That's nice. Um, so again, we'll be moving to 7 streams a week. That's the goal. Hopefully, we can get some more viewers in, more subscribers, more followers. Well, more followers and then subscribers. We're working on getting to 50. So help me get there, guys. At the same time, I am a co-host of the Beer Hall podcast, and we do once a month where we actually do a true beer podcast talking about beer and the beer industry and everything beer industry adjacent in the state of Iowa. It's always fun. That happens the first Tuesday of every month, and then subsequent Tuesdays, usually the main host, old Jack Brewer Jack, is on there, and uh, we just randomly shoot the shit and do some random streaming. Always a good time. And then as of recently, yours truly has been hopping on there and playing the old Elden Ring. Yesterday, I killed the witch bitch. I didn't kill her, actually. I beat her. She's still alive. Riri, Renalia, Riri the witch. That's what I'm going to call her because I'm not good with names. But I've been having a really fun time doing that. Bill S. Preston's been very, very supportive. He's been very helpful. Everyone has been. Bort's been supportive if he's still in here. Mason's been supportive. I hope people are enjoying it as I'm playing it. I don't know if it's as fun. Uh, I think Jack is planning on doing a little fundraiser so we can get either a PS5, which is expensive, or a specific camera so that you can actually see me while I'm playing. Because right now you just hear my voice. And a lot of times I forget that I'm playing and that people need to hear me talk, and I forget to talk for a little bit. So I think having the camera will be fun. Uh, but yeah, we're working on some of that fun stuff. Hopefully you guys are enjoying that. But I'll probably be streaming that at some point today after I go write this quiz, run some errands, and eat lunch and all that stuff. But play that for a little bit. I beat the witch yesterday. I beat another sub boss in some place. Bill took me there. An invader guy. That went well, and then I beat another guy. I did pretty good yesterday. I was happy. But I'm wielding a big Swifty, which I can't. I already forgot how to pronounce its actual name, but it's a colossal great sword of sorts. Um, it's not as strong as my axe, but I've adapted to it, and I promised Bill that I would play with it. So hold on, as Zweihander, right? Zweihander. I think I'm saying that right. Zweihander, uh, aka Big Swifty. That's what I'm calling it. After Taylor Swift, I've just named it that. That's the dedicated Taylor Swift sword. If Taylor Swift played Elden Ring, she'd use Zweihander. Uh, but oh, Bill, it was a pleasure having you on stream. Thank you for listening. You don't have to do that, so I greatly, really do appreciate it. Good luck. I'll see you when I stop by, which will probably be around noonish, I'm going to guess. But drive safe and good luck transferring that beer. Say hi to Jack if you see him. I hope you see him. He works there too, but say hi and tell him as well that I'm stopping in. Ooh, almost done with my cafe. Do. Barbara Ann. Oh gosh, I need to stop looking at equipment. Mason, you got me on this, and now I just want to buy more stuff. The real question, what I need to find a good circus dumbbell that's not expensive as shit. You got me rocking and rolling, rocking and we reeling, Barbara Ann. I know you didn't make me do anything. Do you know of any companies that make circus dumbbells? Yeah, I didn't think so. All of them are really expensive. I couldn't even do it because my ceilings aren't tall enough. I'd have to do them outside, which is funny. And as dumb as it sounds, I really actually would love to buy a set of these chrome adjustable dumbbells, but whoop, it's what it is. I do have a loadable circus dumbbell handle. Just doesn't sit the same, but I mean that's what I usually train it off of. I like my power blocks, but if anyone ever wants to buy my power blocks off me so I can buy different dumbbells, I'd be game for that. But I got to have money to buy the other dumbbells first. Uh, yeah, so circus dumbbell, I've got up to 90s. So I have the full expansion up to 90 pounds, and they have the uh, 2.5 pound uh, cylinders that you can adjust. So you can go from five. So empty handle is five. You can put one of the iron cylinders in, and it becomes 7.5. If you put both of them in, it's 10, and then you have the 10-pound increments of the actual adjustable plates on there. So you can do 2.5 pound increments after each 5 pound increment. So you can go 5, 7.5, 10, 15, 17.5, 20, 25, 27. You get that all the way up to 90. So I bought those pretty early on. I think I bought the 50s first. I trained with those for a while, and when I could do almost every exercise with that, I upgraded to the 70. So I got the little two pack expansion, and then I got another expansion up to the 90s because it was I wanted to be able to. The justification was once I could do every exercise, all the big exercises on those. That was what allowed me to buy more. I think total, because I got them off Amazon back in the day. So I think I bought the original set for less, and then I got the two expansions pretty discounted. I think I only might have paid like $500 or $600 total for all of it, which is an amazing deal. That's very inexpensive, especially if you consider how much it would cost to have a full dumbbell set of that. But that was also actually it might have been closer to 500 because I would have bought those in 2015, which they were way cheaper in 2015. They've jumped up a bunch. Uh, so not much. Oh, are you asking how much I would sell them for? That I don't know yet. I'm not ready to buy new dumbbells, so I can't sell them quite yet. Uh, but I need to find. I guess there's a new brand that just came out. I was watching garage gym reviews, and there's a new adjustable dumbbell that came out that sounds a little bit sounds really nice, but they're really expensive, and so it's one of those things where it's like I think it's like $1,500 or $1,700 for this new set of dumbbells, which look really, really good. But it's like I don't have $1,500 or $1,700 to spend right now on dumbbells, so um, I'm gonna let me. I'm just gonna keep training. But yeah, I'd love to sell them to you, man. When I get to that point, but I guess I'd have to look up what other people are selling them for. But I'd promise you that when I sell them, I would give you a good price on them. At least I'm not going to give them away for free because I do need money. But $20, definitely not $20. But it's definitely not going to be like it was during COVID, where people were charging more money than they were actually worth. Um, but I need to look up what those that brand of dumbbells was again. They were really really nice, but um, there's a couple other ones. I just want a little bit better, expandable ones. The power blocks are nice. They're very convenient. I don't like the handle design quite as much. They don't feel as natural. I don't think that's a bad thing. Once you get used to them, they're pretty easy to use. And I mean, it's hard to beat the space saving that they have. Uh, Holy shit, 800. Yeah, I would not charge you 800 just to let you know. Like, holy shit. I don't have a stand either, to be very clear. Yeah, so don't worry. I wouldn't charge you that much for them. I should do an Embark Performance uh, trading equipment fund, an unofficial one that helps us build and buy some cooler stuff. But yeah, I don't mind power blocks. They just have a weirder balancing point than everything else, the way that they're designed. So they're not necessarily bad. I think they still are very effective, a good training modality. I think power blocks are actually harder than normal dumbbells. So I think if you get strong on power blocks, you're not going to have any problem with normal dumbbells. Um, $800 before shipping and no stand. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's a weird mixture of them. They do feel good for the most part. You do have a little bit. That is one thing. I wish I could buy a whole set of fat bells too. I think I've lifted on them when they had those at ISU, right? Um, a couple pairs of them. I would love to have a whole set of them, but uh, with the garage gym setup, you got to kind of pick and choose your battles of what equipment you want. And I have a lot of equipment that I probably don't need. Uh, and right now, getting center mass bells, as much as I would love to have a whole set of those, it's just going to take up way, 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 way too much room. The man selling his for $800, most likely, I'll say this because he can get them like that's going to be instant pickup versus waiting for shipping, even if it's free. But yeah, I don't know. This guy probably is not even aware of it. I would not be selling mine for that much, though. Definitely not. I don't know how I'd get them to you. I might have to make a trip down there, or vice versa. But um, yeah, honestly, what I want, I'd looked into this. If I was to have a bigger garage and I had the space and the money, um, I want to go and buy the whole doubles of every dumbbell that String Shop UK has for their circus dumbbells. So they're inch dumbbell replicas, like the old school styles that go. I feel like they start at like 30 kilos and work their way up to the 72 or 75 kilos. And I just like grip training, so I'd love to have something that I could train, pretty much working my way up to a Thomas inch dumbbell. But right now, I can't afford that at all. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Whew. Yeah, I feel like if I sold mine, I'd probably be. Don't quote me on this, but probably I wouldn't go over like five because I would feel bad. That's the other thing is I just feel guilty about charging people money for things, even though I shouldn't. It's one of the reasons my rates are so low as a personal trainer. I feel bad about charging people money. Oh yeah, yeah. I was thinking like the range, depending on what it would be and who was buying it, probably in that same range. But mine are in pretty good condition. They've never had any issues, no dropping, no nothing like that. Up to 90s. Um, yeah, still fully functional. No problems. Not too old. Only about 7 years old. I don't know if that's old, but it goes up to 85. Interesting. I didn't. That is very very old. Weight is weight. That's true. I trained for a long time before I had those with an old cast iron uh, screw on cap dumbbell set. And honestly, for other than the inconvenience of, you want to increase weight, you got to unscrew them, put them back on, blah, blah, blah. They're inexpensive. And in all honesty, for the most part, load and progression wise, they're probably better than most other adjustable dumbbells out there. They're just uncomfortable as hell and pain in the ass to like do. But if you get good at them, they're not horrible. But they do hurt when you try to like set them on your legs and stuff. So they're inconvenient. They're not great. But if you're looking for a budget option, honestly, you can buy a set that goes to 90 pounds or something like that for 250 that are pretty decent. But yeah, those spin lock ones are a pain in the ass. Uh, but I mean, if you're on a budget, they're not horrible. But you got to start somewhere. Oh yeah, yeah. I got to look up now that I've said it. I got to figure out what the hell those uh uh what that dumbbell brand was called. I wonder if you've seen them before. Garage. What are your thoughts on Garage Gym Review, Mason? Oh, they're called uh Pepin Pepin dumbbells, which are really cool. But if you buy the whole set up to so expensive. Let's see here. We're looking at this right now. Oh, they're so expensive. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. I don't think you can. These ones just came out, but they're very, 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 uh, very expensive. Very expensive, which are cool, but yeah, there ain't no way you can. I think they're multiple grand. Oh, you can switch out the handles though. Those are cool. But yeah, this is the pair I would want, which would be amazing. The problem is, they are stupidly, yeah, stupidly expensive. That's what I was saying. I think that's the. I don't want the cast iron ones. I want. Is that the steel calibrated plate set? What's that under? Yeah. Oh, the fast series. That's what they're called. So, and you can buy the extra add-on, so you can go a little heavier. But yeah, 24,000. That's Canadian dollars as well, not American dollars, to be clear. But they look really, really nice. Uh, or I could do 4 interest-free payments of $600. Patent pending. They look cool though. I like them. Add to cart. Let's see what happens. I'm not buying them, just to be clear, everybody. So with shipping and everything, I would be paying close to three grand for a pair of dumbbells. So holy hell. But I can use my PayPal account, which is hilarious. I don't think I should buy that nice of dumbbells for the garage gym. That would be a poor choice of investment, I think. Do 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 do. Yeah, there. That's kind of the right now. I don't really have any equipment I want to uh, go to. What am I looking up? Valley Express. All right. I don't know what this is. Or is it a good company? New Nuo Bell. Direct from China knockoffs. Ooh. Nope, that's not it. Hmm. I'm trying to find it. Nuo Bells did not pop up. Did I not type it in right? Oh, I'm trying to find that set, and I can't see it. Huh. Let's see here. Nuobell. Yeah, I've got all the ones that are getting listed on mine are 52 pounds or less. I'm not quite sure. And then I'm getting ballerina stuff too. Ooh, Discord. I'm going. That's not Discord, Matthew. Discord. Open. Mason. Link. Oh, hell. Yeah. That handle looks tiny. But yeah, these are legitimately yeah, they might be. I would love it if I could read this, but who knows? Who knows? One day maybe I'll be able to buy something cool. But well, guys, my coffee's empty. So I think Coffee Talk is done for the day. I appreciate you for tuning in. My one viewer I think left is Mason. So thanks for sticking around the whole time, my man. Um, it was fun talking shop. Hopefully, we can set up me hopping on your podcast this weekend at some point. See how it goes. Yeah, just shoot me a text. We'll figure that out. And then hope you guys all have a good day. Again, I plan on streaming some Elden Ring on the Beer Hall podcast, so go give that a follow. Give me a follow so I can make some money off this. And then I will be streaming Log Press tomorrow on Friday. The goal, that's probably going to be around like 2 or 3. I've got a lunch an appreciation lunch tomorrow, so won't be able to do it right away when I get home, but we shall see how that goes. Hopefully, we hit a decent log press. I'm hoping. I'm hopeful. If I can do over 200, I'll be a happy camper. 200 pounds, not kilos. If I hit 200 kilos, I wouldn't be streaming right now. I'd be at World's Strongest Man. But again, thanks for tuning in. For those of you who watched, follow if you can. And I will talk to you guys later.